real estate is, after a long tunnel, seeing an upswing. So let me go straight away to Sandeep. Sandeep, what is the situation on the ground? The CREDAI paper clearly seemed to indicate that they have to pass on the costs. So that will be for forthcoming projects. Have you already raised projects for new costs for new projects?
So Lata, on behalf of Naredco, we have already written to the Ministry of Housing and requested them to look into this increased cost of steel and cement. It has been quite a huge upturn in prices, and even though Mr. Singhvi would say that we always keep saying prices are going up and we absorb them, it is not possible for us to absorb it anymore because affordable housing sells in the range of 4,000 to 5,000 rupees, and our cost of construction has jumped from 2,200, 2,300 rupees to roughly around 3,000 rupees a square feet, which is more than a 20% increase. The margin in affordable housing is only 500 rupees. So it is not practical for us to keep on absorbing these costs of construction on a long-term basis. Also, a lot of developers have sold their inventory on under construction projects. If this continues, I can assure you in the next 2 years, you're going to have a lot of incomplete projects left because smaller developers would find it very difficult to complete their projects. The larger developers, because of the brand name and the reputation, will continue to deliver, absorb these costs because of the commitments to the consumers, and go on to increase prices for their future inventory for sure. It is a very difficult situation we are caught in because steel, which was at 40 rupees, is now at 80 rupees, and every day the prices are just going up. Cement has touched roughly 400 rupees in this market of Bombay, and everything, including diesel, excavation, aluminium windows, everything has gone through the roof for us. I don't think we have inbuilt this kind of margins. And even though you may say land cost is primarily a cost, it is no longer primarily the main cost for us. Affordable housing, the land cost is hardly 200 to 300 rupees a square feet.
Sandeep, you know, what you are saying is over the next 2 years, if prices continue to rise, then you will have a problem. Now, you know, the way things have panned out, first the pandemic and then the war, one assumes that this will die out. One assumes that the coal market will normalize at some point in time, and while there will be an increase on year-on-year terms, it won't be a 40% rise in 1 month. So I'm not asking you for 2 years down the line. I'm asking you whether right now you're seeing cancellations of bookings because you have had to raise prices. In the first place, have you raised any of your forthcoming new project house prices at all?
So for all new inventory, we have positively increased our prices depending on the cost of construction and the markets we are in. And from 1st of April, you would see across the market in MMR, everyone would increase their cost of selling. Their selling prices have to go up to absorb this increased cost of constructions. We were hoping when the steel went up from 40 to 60 rupees, it was a temporary blip, but it stayed on at 60 rupees. So for the last 2 years, we've been buying steel at 60. We may again say that this will be only a 1 month effect, but I don't see this going down so fast. So builders have to inbuild these increased costs of construction and plan for the new sales accordingly.
So that means prices will rise from April 1st. But do you worry about demand destruction at that time? Or do you think that people, you know, usually when prices start rising, buyers crowd in because you don't want to catch it at an even higher price?
So Lata, I will break up the market into 2 segments. One is where we have affordable housing and where we have mid to luxury markets. I would assume that in mid to luxury, it's not going to be an immediate increase in pricing, but in affordable, it will be an immediate increase in pricing. And there you will see a destruction in demand, primarily because it's a very price sensitive market. And any increase of more than 200, 300 rupees a square feet takes away demand.
Whether enough jobs are getting created, are you finding casual labor becoming expensive? See, we don't get immediate labor data. The rural wages data which the government puts out is at least 3 months old. Are you seeing wage inflation at that level?
So Lata, we are actually seeing increase in costs across every segment, whether it is labor cost, whether it is material cost, whether it is equipment cost. We are seeing this across all segments of our cost of construction. The labor cost is also going up because their cost of living has started to go up quite drastically, and it is bound to be passed on to us, and we have to ensure that we have to pay them more to retain laborers at site. It is becoming a very difficult situation to manage, especially in affordable housing, with increased costs across all segments of our construction. And it is important also to keep running the sites.
I agree. I'm asking you if workers are already asking, because, you know, the big thing we thought in India is that there is no wage price spiral. But I heard latest reports that casual labor is demanding more money and getting it. What's your experience?
So we've already seen between a 15 to 20% rise in the cost of labor, which we are now being asked to pay to our contractors. And I think it is passed on immediately in terms of cost of construction increase. The impact of this, whether it will be short term or long term, I don't know. But once you increase the cost for the labor or the payment to the labor, it will remain with you forever.